Hello, my friend. Welcome to Reflections and Music, praying with singers, sinners, and saints. Julian was born in Norwich, England in 1342 and educated at the Benedictine convent at Cairo. At age 30, she experienced a serious illness and as a result received 16 dramatic revelations of the love of God that she called showings. The impression made by these revelations most likely impelled her to become an anchoress and take up residence in her anchor hold, a small room built into the wall of a church. As an anchoress, she was in effect a hermit who devoted herself to prayer and contemplation. From her room, she could see the altar of the church and receive communion through an opening in the church wall. Despite the fact of her withdrawal from society, many people still sought her counsel and advice. Commentators on Julian's work seem unanimous in their opinion that Julian's most outstanding trait as a theologian was her remarkable imagination. One of the predominant themes of Julian's spirituality is her image of the Trinity, in which she describes God as maker, keeper, and lover. Another spiritual theme is her optimism. With medieval life obsessed with sin, damnation, and death, we can imagine how people who sought her counsel welcomed her emphasis on God's goodness, love, and mercy. A third spiritual theme is her belief in God's unbounded love for all creation. In 14th century theology, the worth of the created world was downplayed, and yet in Julian's spirituality, every person had ultimate significance. Creation itself had ultimate worth. Another theme of her showings is their grounding in biblical spirituality. The writings of St. John and St. Paul are frequently echoed in her revelations. Although she was never beatified, she is still called Saint Julian of Norwich. She is commemorated by the Roman Catholic Church on May the 13th, and by both the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America and the Anglican Church on May the 8th, as a renewer of the Church. It is believed that Julian developed a close relationship with her cat, and she is known as both the patron saint of contemplatives and of cats. It is said that Julian and her cat anchored the light during one of the darkest periods of history, and thus images often show her with a cat. Julian is perhaps best known for her saying, "All shall be well." A more lengthy quote from her showings says, "Our good Lord answered to the questions and doubts which I could raise, saying most comfortingly, I may make all things well, and I can make all things well, and I shall make all things well, and I will make all things well, and you will see for yourself that every kind of thing will be well." As we contemplate the optimism of Julian, she invites us to consider how the pains of life can be quelled by love, and also encourages us to trust in the providence of a gracious and loving God. In the darkest times of life, however, I think we would all agree that this is much easier said than done. Perhaps by praying the words of Julian, "All shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well," we can hopefully begin, at least, to lean into an acceptance of God's love and grace for our lives, and thus catch a glimpse of light, even in the dark and difficult times.
All shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. All shall be well.